Aujourd'hui, je vais parler de... Oh, right, that ad for wood milk exists. Of course it does, because we live in a world where you can apparently call just about anything milk. That makes sense. Yep. Eyo, XenPuck here. So one of my favorite ads of this year has been the one for wood milk with Aubrey Plaza. I have no idea if I said or spelled her name correctly, but you know what I'm talking about. That brunette girl who always looks like that she hates everything, and that's why we all love her, right? Well, almost. Because apparently her satirical ad for the dairy industries, where she talks about how great actual milk is, comparing it against, you know, the totally definitely fake product, but I'm surprised that no one real has tried to sell it as a real product of, that's right, wood milk, as in some kind of juice that comes out of trees. I mean, seriously, I think this would be a thing that all the super leftist hippies would be totally into, because, you know, trees are awesome or something, right? So yeah, my rant today is just going to be about the ridiculousness that has put our society in a situation where I have to think about whether someone defending the dairy industry is in the wrong or not for saying things like only real milk is milk, which I believe objectively is a true thing to say, right? So being hated on for saying the truth. How can that be? Well, you know, we got here through many, many layers of propaganda and disinformation, and this time it didn't even come from the right side of things, right? So what the heck? Let's dig into it a bit further, okay? Anyway, so if you enjoy some random rants from a dude with no production skills, clearly, like, subscribe, share, and comment, or whatever. I'll be great regardless, because I just do these for funsies. Hit that bell icon. I don't even know what that is, okay? But I'm assuming people who watch YouTube do. Yeah. First I had to look up the dictionary definition of milk, right? Because honestly, I was starting to question myself. But hey, here it is, and I am not going crazy. Milk is an opaque white fluid rich in fat and protein secreted by female mammals for the nourishment of their young. Right, that's what I thought. So you know what this definition precludes from being called milk? Just about every single plant-based milks out there, from that original soy milk to all the nut-based milks like almond milk or coconut milk. Sorry, coconut, as fatty as you are, you're still not a lady mammal, okay? And I just want to iterate that the idea of fake milk like these plant-based ones are entirely a Western creation, okay? I'm not saying we Asian people don't drink plant-based liquids. We absolutely do. And by the way, I'm a fan of some of them, right? But where I grew up, the plant-based alternative to milk is called soy drink, or soy essence, or soy juice, however you want to translate it, right? All I know that the phrase is definitely never been soy milk. You know why? Because it is not milk. It doesn't have the same nourishing fat and protein content. It didn't come from a mother, good lord. Who the heck was the American marketer who got the original label of soy milk in place? Okay, I hope that guy is rich, because this is propaganda of the highest order, and I can respect that, okay? It's juice, not milk though, okay? This level of mislabeling has happened so much that the logical conclusion absolutely would be wood milk. Why stop there? Why not rock milk? You know what rock milk would be great for? Your diet, because it has zero nutritional value for humans, you know, unlike actual animal milk. By the way, so am I saying that dairy milk is the only correctly labeled milk? Actually, no. Just because something has milk in it doesn't make it mostly milk, right? Why not call it why not call fat-free milk depressing milk, for instance, or worthless milk? Because it cuts out the thing that makes milk great, the fat part. Now, for those of you who are like, well, I don't really like how real milk tastes, that's totally fine. You don't have to drink it though, right? If the fat in the milk offends you, just drink, you know, some other kind of juice, right? Why hang on to the milk part if all we're gonna do is butcher it, right? Now, on the other end of things, right? Frankly, I'm surprised that yogurt isn't better marketed as sour milk, right? If we all think we like milk so much, after all, that is basically what yogurt is, right? So Why would we let plant-based things be called what they're not, and yet ignore actual, almost straight-up milk products from being called some sort of milk? Again, this just seems very strange to me. Again, personally, because, I learned these terms in Chinese first. Yogurt is just called sour milk there, right? Which is a very accurate description, I think. But again, that's not what it's called in the West, right? Do most people even know that yogurt is primarily milk? I do wonder about that, right? Now, is it because the yogurt has already a pretty strong brand, maybe stronger than milk? I don't think that can be true, because all sorts of random things in the supermarket wants to be called milk, but I don't see anybody clamoring to be called plant-based yogurt, right? Anyway, I totally got off topic a bit, right? So why am I saying wood milk is both the best and the worst? Well, the worst part is easy, because wood milk is not, in fact, well, it doesn't exist, right? But even if it did, it wouldn't be actual milk. It would just be pulverized wood that's been somehow liquefied and somehow made to look white, because apparently in the good old US of A, all you need to be called some kind of fake milk is just to have a liquid that's the right color, I guess? I mean, oh boy, so is like a flour like mixture or slurry or something, could that be called cake milk? Actually, that sounds pretty good. Okay, I would definitely buy something labeled cake milk, no matter what it's made out of. I guess that makes me part of the problem, right? Who knew? Okay, tangent done. Now, but what makes wood milk the best milk, right? Well, for me, it really boils down to, all the wine tasting that I've done, okay? This is, again, I'm going on a tangent, right? Because we're supposed to swish a bit of wine, spit it back out, because you're not a lush, and talk about all the weird natural flavors you'd recognize in it, such as all sorts of fruits I've never eaten, or trees I've never also eaten. I'm primarily focused on how wine flavors always include wood varieties like oak or earth or whatever. I mean, I've never eaten or drank oak or earth, so I'm always scared to, mention those flavors, right? Now, back to wood milk. So in my imagination, I would love wood milk, because I imagine I'm supposed to taste trees in fake milk, right? Surely if the fakest of milk, aka wood milk, exists, I'd finally be able to randomly sniff it and identify wine or grape flavors in it, right? Now, one of my life's new goals is to pretend to sip on it and turn my compatriots and say things like, oh yes, I'm definitely getting a hint of Sangiovese or Merlot or Tuscany. Don't you? Just breathe in the abstract concept of fruits and places that has nothing to do with milk in the fakest of milk. Why? 'Cause duh. So in conclusion, I love milk, the real kind. I also love soy drink, okay? Let's be clear, not knocking on soy drink. I think it tastes great. Not as an alternative to milk though, okay? Good God, no. It is not a milk alternative. It's a different kind of drink. Is that really that hard to understand? I mean, I like Coca-Cola, I like Dr. Pepper, but I don't think they really compare to each other. They're just different. So really my issue is this, right? Do vegetarians really believe in their own products to stand on their own feet at all? Why keep faking things and pretend to the rest of the world that it's like an animal product, like meat or milk? Vegetarian stuff can be great, but the fact at least is true, this is in the West, right? It's always pretending to be animal products. It just makes me think otherwise. I mean, come on, if you're a vegetarian, you're really just jealous and you really want to eat some meat or some meat adjacent stuff like milk, right? Just stop lying to yourself. Come back to the dark side already, okay? It is only natural and way more delicious. Cheers, à la prochaine.